poison. If I drown, would you pull me back to you? If I drown in your poison. If I drown, would you pull me back to you? If I drown in your poison.
What's going on, everybody? How we doing? How we doing? How are we doing? I'm checking a few things. Oh my god, I forgot. No. YouTube. I need to go to YouTube. I said that. Did I ever start the stream? I think I did. Yeah, I did. Alright. How are we doing, ladies and gentlemen? Seriously? Oh, hold on. I need to go here. I need to go thumbnail, create. I need to throw this basically on top. That's not what I wanted. Shit. This is not what I wanted either. Come on. Thank you. Don't even look centered. Got it. Always a PNG. Go to back to YouTube. Go to here. Drop that in there. I always forget that the sizes of that. That's not even. That's going to bug me. I guess we'll figure it out later. Alright, but what's going on, guys? It is very, very interesting. Today is Tuesday? Yeah, Tuesday. And let's talk about it. First and foremost, I hope everybody is safe. And hopefully the video will come up later today talking about it. We had a nice, wonderful snowstorm. It is what it is. Oh no, I got a video out yesterday talking about it. I forgot. I didn't stream yesterday. My days are all colliding. That's not good. That's never good. Never. Today's just gonna be a chill stream. We're taking it easy, kicking it back, and playing my Slugterra mod pack that I was trying to make a series of originally. And we're gonna continue playing on that world too. So I'm, if I remember which one it was. We got 57 mods in here since the last time I Why can I not see that? What's going on, Robert? What's going on? We got 57 mods in. So there's a lot to do. There's a lot to get through. But first and foremost, hopefully everybody's safe. Hopefully everybody is, unless you're in Florida. Somewhere I wish I was right now, to be honest with you. Instead of walking out in this freaking snow. But it's going to be a short stream today. Short stream. I have an Ark Survival Ascended video getting ready to come out. Just got finished recording it. Nice. I gotta get Lord Groot. I gotta sit down. Probably later this evening we'll stream it. I'm level 15. I'm 5 levels away. So as long as I can get I with all the games that we've played, I should be able to get Lord Groot by the end of the night. I mean, there's no doubt in my mind. And once I'm done there, I'm be moving on to another character. I'm trying to decide if I want to do another tank or not. But that is a topic after we get Groot done. Yeah. Colorado, I think, won. Let's talk sports real quick. Seahawks, Patriots, Super Bowl revenge. Good luck with that. But we have the Seahawks revenge game coming. Congrats to Mike McDonald. Damn good coach. And it's crazy. It's crazy to think a defensive-minded guy. It's like we talk a big talk about all these offensive-minded guys, right? Like Ben Johnson, Kevin O'Connell, Dave Canellis, Liam Cohen, and at the end of the day, it's two defensive-minded guys in the Super Bowl. And I think the tide is turning, to be honest with you. I think the tide is turning, and I get that the Patriots had an easy schedule to get them there, but I mean it was just their time. It was literally in their favor. You take the worst team and you make it the best team. I mean that's the way unfortunately that's the way the NFL is done. Is the way it, it's what it's set up to do. So we have football. We have basically one last game until the off season, and then the games begin. Everybody's back to square one. And honestly, I liked Ben Johnson's press conference about the Bears, how he's not. There's no momentum going into the offseason. There's no momentum going into the next season. There's only we're now square one again. Which is exactly, I agree. I 100% agree. I get called a bandwagon for this, but at the end of the day, this is my team, so. Let's see here. Avalanche got their revenge game on the Maple Leafs on Sunday, 4-1. Avalanche lost to. I mean, they went on a losing streak. It's like they lose 2 games and then win 1. I don't know what they're doing. This is by far probably the easiest schedule for them to have, and I mean, a lot of their star players are out, so I can see it. Dude, guy out there shoveling snow, and I'm like, wait a minute, hold on. Last game is against the Kraken on April 16th. And then we move on to the playoffs. Obviously, with the standings the way it is, I mean, there's plenty of games to get through. But if the Avalanche don't start winning out at this point, I think the Wild might overtake them as first in the division, and that's kind of frustrating. So I know they can do it. Lightning is top of their division. Hurricanes are top of their division. And the Knights are the top of their division. So not bad. There are two teams in the. There are two teams. The Lightning and the Avalanche, both. What is it? Casey's team, my team, and Ryan's team. Ryan's team is the Devils. They're. I feel bad for them. I don't know what happened. I mean, they had a good They had it good last season. Made it to the playoffs. Lost to the Hurricanes. And then just didn't get back this year. And it's weird. It's weird for them. But they are very much so in a competitive division too. So it's like, what happened, right? And honestly, I think the whole downfall needs to be studied. Yeah, it was crazy, man. Blackhawks are starting to win out. They're not going to win the division, I don't think. Yeah, I don't see. Yeah, they're not winning out. They're gonna stay where they are. So all right, not bad, not bad. Landeskog for the Avalanche is still out. Any other news? Any other injury news? I don't think so. Any Bears news? Eric Bieniemy, we lost Eric Bieniemy to the Chiefs. So when Patrick Mahomes gets healthy, they are now back as a threat. Go figure. Falcons are looking to, I guess they're hiring the Falcons assistant GM for the second. I guess they're going with him. It's not till I understand why at first interviewing for the Atlanta Falcons job seemed appealing. The Falcons are a team without a first round pick with questions at quarterback. And without the cap flexibility to fix everything with some patience and actual skill, has been involved in making the mess. It is on paper very similar to the job that you helped Ryan Poles with in Chicago. If the general manager position in Atlanta were a real GM position, it would be perfect for you. However, what exactly is the Falcons general manager job? Interesting. I'm not exactly sure what the Falcons are doing. But OnlyFans model Sparks rumor she's dating Packers star. Brother, no, I couldn't. Sorry. So, I mean, not much. I think this was the year for the Bears to hit the playoff or hit. I mean, the problem is that next year we probably have, I think, the second strongest schedule, second strongest schedule in the league. So that's going to hurt a lot. But this is so Ben Johnson had his proving year. Unfortunately, we still have Dennis Allen, and I think that's going to be the downfall of the team. I just don't like Dennis Allen. I don't like his defense. He's great at takeaways. He's great at setting players like Kevin Byard up for success. But, man, there's no... I don't know if it's because he doesn't have the personnel up front. There's no pressure on the quarterback whatsoever. And I don't know if that's scheme. I just don't know. Right? I don't know. But I'm just not a fan of that defense. I'm not. It's supposed... and it's funny. Everybody's ranked it as like a top 5 defense. But then everybody's like, well, this defense is dog shit. It can't do nothing. It doesn't do nothing. And it's right. They're right. It is stagnant. And the only reason, and that's kind of where I'm like, I mean, think about it. How many games have we been put in positions? Like, granted, Caleb Williams, if he played on the ball, like if he played with the mindset of every quarter is fourth quarter, respectfully, he will be the greatest quarterback in the league. Right? But the problem is he's not that. He's not thinking like that. I think he's got a lot of flaws. He's got a lot of... he needs to work on his accuracy this offseason. There's a lot for him to work on. I think DJ Moore needs... there's already rumors of him being traded. And if he gets traded, and we can get another number 1 round pick, I mean, I don't even think that's going to happen. Considering the fact that... he's getting older. I think he's around 27, 28 years old. He's still in his prime. But, I mean, dude, there are times where I'm like, where the hell is DJ, right? Like, where is he? It's like, you could tell the difference between Carolina DJ and Chicago DJ. Carolina, he was balling his ass off. Like, he was... I'm blanking. Carolina, he was fast. I mean, he was outpacing defenders left and right. Chicago, he's barely moving. And I don't know if it's because he just doesn't like... I don't know what the situation is with him. I don't think he's going to be around for next season. And if I were Ryan Poles, I would see if I can do a equal exchange. I would give the New York Giants DJ Moore, so that gives Jackson Dart another weapon for Brian Burns or Kayvon Thibodeau. Or Thibodeau, however you say his name. Thibodeau, right? Both rush the quarterback. Okay? That's all I want. That should help the defense. All right? Um, there was some. Damn. Yeah, no, I agree. The special, so he is a special player, but the special doesn't show up all the time. Whereas in Carolina, it was there, right? I don't know if it's I don't know what the difference is. Um, he's a good receiver, very good receiver, but there was something missing with him. There's something, I don't know what it was. Um, he's still a good player. Everybody's talking about him being traded. If he gets traded, we need to go for another top 10 receiver in the draft. And then on top of that, we need to get some depth, or we need to get some edge rushers in. We need to get, we need to get some fucking linebackers who can stay healthy. We need a lot. There's a lot of needs this offseason, and that's what I'm worried about the most. There's so many needs. This team, when Ryan Poles took it over, it went from, there was so much depth, there was so much, like, no matter what, there were actual decent players even at depth, to now it's like, if someone goes down, who the hell's next, right? And Ben Johnson preaches, the next man up, but it's like, if they can't play, you could tell who can and cannot do the job. And that's where it's tricky, man. That's where it's tricky. All right, we're going to get into it here in a minute, because I'm ready to get rocking and rolling. I think yeah. Everybody's not. I see a article about them cutting DeAndre. So I wouldn't cut him. No, I wouldn't cut him at all. I'd get him some help. I'd get him another running. I'd go get a top running back in the league and just dual threat him. I like how Ben Johnson takes a team like the Chicago Bears, brings them up to the fucking top, right? Everybody's like, "Oh, we want your staff. Thank you. Give, give. No, you cannot have." All right. Any other news? Any other sports news? Not really. We're waiting on the actual schedule. We have we don't have the actual dates, but we will have. That is dope. I like that. I'm gonna have to learn some digital design, because that way I can get my my thumbnails to look good. I guess we get into it. All right. Well, let us begin. We're about to create a new world. Good. Chill stream. We won't always do this pack on easy and create new world. Yep. Hopefully I get lost in this. It's been a hot minute. Oh. Gotcha. All right. Oh, no. Just keep. I'm about to break my eyes. Commanders are finalizing a deal to hire Vikings defensive pass game coordinator and defensive backs coach Durante Jones as their defensive coordinator. Jones has been one of Brian Flores' most trusted defensive coaches for the past 3 seasons, and he also has coached under Vance Joseph and Mike Zimmer. Interesting. Okay. Any other news? Schefter. Titans are set to hire former head coach Brian Daboll as their offensive coordinator. Steelers land Mike McCarthy as the head coach. That's got to be rough. Bills are working to finalize a deal to make offensive coordinator Joe Brady their new head coach. Listen, I am a Joe Brady fan. Okay? I think everybody underestimated him, and now he's getting a shot. So we're about to see him go to work. Raiders now have completed a second interview with former Giants head coach Brian Daboll for their head coach opening. This is actually starting to make me mad. We'll probably have to do just a straight vanilla one, where I'll need a second to build a pack. Nobody wants to work for the Browns. Chargers have hired Mike McDaniel for their offensive coordinator position. That's kind of rough. That's crazy. So Baker, if I'm reading this right, I think that's Baker, Lamar, and Josh Allen are going to reach, are not. They haven't reached the Super Bowl yet, but Sam Darnold will be the first in that class to reach the Super Bowl. You know what? I'm proud of Sam Darnold. Congrats. I think Drake May is a better all-over quarterback, but I think the weapons that Sam Darnold has makes him just a better all-around. If I were Las Vegas, if I were the Raiders, I would hire Joe Brady if they can. Robert Kraft's 32 seasons owning the Patriots, the team has won a league-leading 11 conference championships, and he has done so with 3 different coach/QB combinations. There are still 4 NFL teams that never even have made it to a Super Bowl. That's when you know you got a good owner. That is when you know. Okay. Give me a second, guys. I'm going to build a pack real quick. Delete. You know what? Let's do Cobblemon instead. I already have the... I already have the whatchamacallits. I don't want to waste this left. I haven't played regular survival in such a long time. We might do that. We might do that at some point. So there are 3 head coaching spots left. That's crazy to think. Okay, so the Bills have taken Joe Brady, so that's good. I'm glad I'm glad Joe Brady's finally getting a shot. He knows Josh Allen. He knows the system. The system ain't changing. My problem with that whole situation is the GM. I think the GM is a piece of garbage, and you can quote me on that. And I honestly, I don't like him. I think Sean McDermott was done wrong. Because you can't go to a Super Bowl if you don't have the damn. Cobblemon capture XP. Sorry, guys. All of my fucking packs, I guess, are outdated. I didn't even think this through. Cool. Cobble. On capture XP. Okay. Alright. Let's try that again. If I were the Cardinals, this is tough, man, because the teams that don't have, and I'm actually impressed with the Titans. The Titans have a lot of good. The owner kind of kills it, but the Titans are, they got something good going on there. They just need a good roster. And I'm glad that Robert Saleh is getting another opportunity. But Falcons made a mistake in their hiring. Falcons made a mistake in their hiring. I don't even know who Ravens picked or who the Dolphins picked. I don't even know who they are. So that tells you everything you need to know. There's a reason why Vegas, Browns, and Cardinals are still vacant. The Browns, nobody likes the Browns. And it's sad. It is, I mean, it's very sad. They have such a talented roster, so I'll give the GM that credit. But when it comes to ownership kills it, bro. Ownership makes people not want to show up. Cardinals. I don't know what it is about the Cardinals. I want them to be good. There's something about the Cardinals. I want them to be good. But when you're not willing to take the risk and take the shot, then you'll never. It's one of those. If you don't do it, you'll never get ahead. And they're learning that. And as frustrating as it is, they're learning it the hard way. I don't know what it is. I want the Cardinals to do so well. I want the Cardinals to win, bro. I want the Cardinals to be great. I'm about to die. Oof. I actually need this. I don't think I'm going to find a... I need to add a few more mods to this. Hopefully not break it again. Oh, my inventory is full. I know why I was running around. I'm looking for a home. Yeah, every part of me wants the Cardinals to do well, man. The Cardinals need a new GM. respectively. They need a new GM. They need. Who are you? You're a dung beetle. I don't have a Pokédex to look at you. Yeah, the Cardinals, they just need a lot. There's a lot for them. You know, you got ownership, you got, I mean, there's just so much. And I honestly, I can't blame them. I can't blame the Cardinals for being bad. I mean, I can. It's frustrating, but I don't know. There's something about the Cardinals. I really want them to do well. I mean, I would like them to go to the Super Bowl before the Bears, to be honest with you. And honestly, it's frustrating because it's like I'm done watching the teams that I pick suffer. Like, and this is, I mean, you got to understand, I've watched the Panthers struggle for years, and I'm glad they're doing well. But I'm tired of watching it. Oh, I almost had him. You know, I'm tired of watching it. I'm tired of, you know, watching all my teams struggle, or all these teams struggle, because of either bad ownership or bad, you know, just bad GM or bad coaching. I'm tired of watching it. It's not fun. And I don't know. There's just something about the Arizona. I would love for them to do well. But and I get it. They're in the toughest division in the NFL right now. I mean, I kid you not. That game between the Rams and Seahawks was by far the closest game I've seen played. And right now, the Cardinals, I mean, they're set up for success. They have Marvin Harrison. I think he's a good receiver if you can actually utilize him and develop him. They have a good few defensive or key defensive players. You know, I mean, there's a lot to talk about with the Cardinals. I mean, there's a lot of opportunities. They have, their cap space isn't great, but I think you can open up that cap space and bring in some good key players to help help this team. Like, you bring in a quarterback on a rookie deal, you pay for a lot of free agents to basically bolster the offensive line. You want to start with that first. Then you want to bolster the defensive line and then go for your linebackers and safeties. They have a safety that's literally on a contract year, I think. And I mean, it sucks, man. Jonathan Gannon was probably the shittiest hire they've ever, you know, that team has ever had. And, you know, it goes to show ownership really needs to take charge for their mistakes. Ownership needs to take charge. Whatchamacallit, the GM needs to take charge. If it's not the owner, it's the GM. That's a terrestrialization. There's got to be. I put the Poke Center mod in here. Might have to set up base just here. Ooh, crows. They're probably hungry. 3 little birds right out the window. Is that a village? Ah, perfect. A village. No! Pat rat. Damn. But no, I want the Cardinals to do well, dude. I really do. And I hope that they take that. And the bad part is we haven't heard anything about their coaching hires or about their coaching search. There's nothing. And so I'm worried that they're not taking this seriously. Watch. I swear to God. They're going to go after Ijiro Evero. I can see it. It's either that or they're banking on Clint Kubiak from the Seahawks. And if that's the case, we're about to watch another Ben Johnson situation. By the way, Clint Kubiak's fucking his offense is actually pretty damn good. Trying to find. Okay, so we're gonna make a base here then. Probably more towards over here. Cat. But I really hope that they get the right guy, and I hope that he gets it. I hope he gets a chance to pick his quarterback. Kyler Murray is going into free agency. They're not re-signing him, from my understanding, which is smart. I don't want to see him either. I don't think he was that good of a quarterback, and you can come at me all you want, but I don't think he was that good. I think he was too scared. And I think he was too, and everybody jokes about this, but I think I'm pretty sure it's for real that he pretty much wants to play Call of Duty over playing football. If your heart's not in the game, stop playing. Like, and this is coming from somebody that, like, I had a fractured vertebrae, which messed up my run in football. And to see someone like Kyler Murray, who has all the potential in the world, be like, nah, I'm good because I want to play Call of Duty, breaks my heart. It's like you're not even focused. You're not. It's like you don't even want to play the game. You're too busy playing Call of Duty. And the bad part is, I think that's true. I think he really wants to play more Call of Duty than he does actually playing football. He doesn't act like a good quarterback. He misses everything. I don't know. I don't. Every time I do a rebuild with the Cardinals, I kid you not, I get rid of them. I either release them or I trade them to open up cap space, and then I try to get rid of all the veteran players I can, or I try to get rid of all the big contracts so I can open up a bunch of cap space, or just any form of big cap hits. Because what I need to do is basically, I'm breaking the team down to build it back up again. And that right there, it's so hard. I mean, it really is a hard thing to do. New home. Save. Done. Alright. Yeah. Like, I don't know. The fact, because I mean, there are so many times where I have tore the team down, like and that's the cool part about the Titans. They have 109 million in cap space. You go out here and get like guys on 1-year contracts, 2-year contracts, 3-year contracts, or 1 to 2-year contracts, right? You go out here, you get these free agents, you know, and obviously the goal is to win, right? Like, I should not have broke that fudge. But it's like the goal is to win, and that's basically your motive. It's like, look, you know, I'm after a win. I need your help to get this win. And I mean, you just, and you gotta accept it, man. The defense struggled all year. I mean, it was terrible. And then the bad part is there's a rivalry between the Cardinals and the Panthers, and it's just a disaster. It's a disaster. All right. Let's see. I'm going to make use of this, so let's go ahead and cut these trees down. I want the Cardinals to do well, and I don't understand why. I don't. I'm out here. I'm like, you know, I'm trying. I thought I picked my team. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go with the Bears, but but there's something about the Cardinals that keeps dragging me to it. You know, there's just something about it, and now, you know. And and when I thought about my teams, because I genuinely sat down and thought about the teams that, you know, because I didn't want to be supporting, you know, as much as I love them, but like family, like teams like the Panthers, right? They have been my family's team for so long. Them and the Bucks, right? My dad was from Carolina, my mom's from Florida. All right. I wanted my own team. You know, I wanted to be different. I still want to be different. I want to be set apart. And the Bears, God love them, and hope they get to the Super Bowl next year. But I genuinely thought about supporting I wanted to support the Bears because it was one, they were they had the opportunity to be one of the best teams, right? They are the best team in the NFC North right now. I was like, man, you know, I was like, cool, you know, I get to watch a team in the playoffs, you know, for the first time. But and the only reason I was like, you know what, I'm going to go with the Bears. One, they're in the NFC North. They have the potential to be a legit team and can actually stand above the rest of the NFC North, who are a bunch of frauds. Packers. But, you know, I wanted to stay clear from the NFC West. I said it myself, and I've said it to so many people. The NFC West is the most difficult division in the NFC. And in the, basically the whole NFL. I said, and I can't remember who I said this to, but I was like, look, I said when I saw the records, I was like, this is exactly how the season is going to play out. It's going to come down to the NFC West because those teams are just stronger. They're better. They were well built. They're well built. They are. just called Dex. I'm thinking about going and getting something to drink. I am thirsty. I have a lot of mods in this. I have obviously the Cobblemon cards. I have Waystones. I don't remember when this mod got installed. Got TMs, HMs. I have Myths and Legends. The Shiny Charm. I have Cobblemon, Cobblenav, Cobblemon Mega Showdown, which is the new version, which is how you get a Rotom. Speaking of which, we might do that. I think this is how you get them. Rotom catalog. A catalog of devices that Rotom like. Use the catalog to have Rotom hop in and out of various devices listed within. Ooh, I think we're gonna do that. Do we have? We don't have any Pokeballs, do we? Okay. But yeah. So I was trying to. I'm gonna get this thought out. But I know that the West is tough. I like a good tough division, but I also want my team to reach the playoffs. And on top of that, I mean, it's not like I'll ever have the money to go to a game. But if I did, Chicago's like 3 hours away from me, and they're talking about moving stadiums. And I said to myself this, I said, I'm sticking in the NFC. I am an NFC type of guy. I am an NFC guy. I'm NFC from the beginning. Right? And I stated this. I was like, I'm going to stay at NFC, and that's just it. If I were to go AFC, which would basically never happen, but if I would, I'd end up being a Bengals fan or a Titans fan. And the Bengals are in a shitty position because of, again, ownership and GM, because they're dumbasses. Why would you keep Zach Taylor? Why? He got to the Super Bowl 1 year. But you got a GM that can't build a team. You got Zach who can't run the team. And you have a franchise quarterback in Joe Burrow, and his ass is never playing. He's never on the field. So that's just where I'm at with that. Minecart. It's actually easy to craft, but I don't have the tools for it. So, okay. Hang on a second, guys. I'm gonna look at something. What's today? Tuesday? Okay. Ooh, that's cool. We got a new Pokénav. Oh, that's cool. Dark sparkling stone for the Z power. A burn drive. This is for Genesect. Power spot. A block used to create a power area. A max mushroom. Dynamax candy. That increases the Dynamax. I never understood the Dynamax levels. Netherite, iron, blaze rods, ash cap. Hey, that's cool. A cap worn by a legendary trainer carrying the spirit of adventure. That's dope, actually. Cornerstone mask, Wellspring mask. Okay. Wishing Star crystal. A Dynamax band. That's dope. I think you have to hunt that down though. There's an Omni ring for all of them? Holy crap. What are you? A Terra orb? Oh right, terrestrialization's in this. Reigns of Unity. Yeah, I gotta add in a few mods. Hopefully it won't break it. You can craft the orbs? Wow. You can craft the mega stones now? Metagross, Kangaskhan. What is Mega Scizor? Ooh. That's okay. That's okay. What else we got in here? This is dope. I keep trying to. I constantly get distracted. I need to get focused up. All right. So let's see. Where was I at? Cardinals. I want them to do well, and I hope they find the right coach. Second, I want the ownership to be better, and I want them more. It's funny. I actually kind of want the ownership more involved. I want them to see what is going on. In fact, who owns the Who owns the Cardinals? Football team. So, Mr. Bidwell, I want you to get this team back to the Super Bowl. Has he spoken since? Oh, I'm going to get into my topics of high guard, too. I forgot about that. I need to talk about high guard. Arizona Cardinals. Don't they have a YouTube channel? They do have a YouTube channel. Also, they got robbed in the rivalry uniforms. I don't like them. Screw Jonathan Gannon, bro. He was not.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you all for being here. As you all know, this morning we spoke with Jonathan Gannon and let him know that we were going to go in a different direction with our head coach. Jonathan is a very smart, motivated, enthusiastic, intelligent, awesome coach. He and his staff, their families, Gina Gannon.
You can tell he's trying to not be pissed off. I don't know if he's trying to be pissed off or what, but you could tell that in his mind, he wants to throw something.
And their families give so much and so much sacrifice to this organization. We're so appreciative of what he put into this organization. He made us better, but I think, as you all know, this is a league about wins and losses. The wins and losses speak for themselves, especially this year. We just felt like we were going in the wrong direction and we needed to change course. So we did that this morning, and we're embarking on a search that Monty will be leading to bring on our next head coach of the Arizona Cardinals. Any questions?
Seriously.
Why the decision to fire JG and keep Monty?
Well, I think when you look at all the
Good question. Good question. Why? Why not clean the entire house? Why? It's like you're cleaning parts of it. If you're not, that's what I never understood about these coaches or about these owners. Brother, if you're going to start from scratch, unless you don't want to, but you're forced to start from scratch, it's like, it's so counterproductive. It's like, and you can see it in his face. Look at his face. My webcam's covering it. Look at him. He knows he should be fired. He's the one who brought Kyler Murray in. Dumbass.
the wins and losses, We just felt like, of the totality of all the circumstances, the best decision was to move in a different direction with head coach. But I have worked with Monty for 3 years, and I'm very comfortable and confident in his ability to be our general manager.
Michael, there's a lot of layers to this.
Problem number one. Problem number one. It's like we're my house, right? My home, okay? My bedroom ain't clean. My living room ain't clean. My kitchen ain't clean. Okay. I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna go clean 2 out of 3 parts of this home. Because this is where we spend the most time. This is where my fiance, my cat, and I spend the most time, right here in the living room. Now you're going to ask me, well, why not clean the entire house? Why would I? Y'all ain't gonna see that room. You're not gonna see any. You're not going to see that area. You're just gonna see what's here, right? You're only going to see this area, this portion. You're not going to see anywhere else. Because right here is where we spend the most time. Okay? Alright? Same thing here. Instead of cleaning house and starting from scratch, they've got history. They've got history. They've spent time together. It's where they spend the most time. I said that backwards. You're not going to see this. This stays behind the scenes, right? Just like my bedroom. Right? That's behind the scenes. So you're not going to see it. I'm not going to let you see it. Right? That's where my fiance and I, we actually spend more time out here, but hypothetically, we spend more time in the bedroom, right? Right? That's where we spend the most time. Okay? These guys spent the most time. They've got history. This is their ordeal. Okay? Because he knew, he's worked with him for 3 years and he's got the trust, right? Because that's where you spend the most time. Okay. Now you might be thinking, but Dalton, right? How? Or sorry, why? Why not clean the entire house? Why not clean? Why only clean part of the house? Why only clean part? Well, I mean, are y'all going to see my bedroom? Y'all want to see my bedroom? But it doesn't matter. The whole point is to have a clean house. The whole point is to start from scratch. The whole point is that, yes, I agree, OBS, or my camera. Let's look at the eyes. The whole point I'm trying to make is right there in front of you. If you're not worried about, and you should be, because a clean house sets the standard. A full clean house sets the standard, right? So why is this any different? This is not, this right here, this is the standard they are setting. It is okay for mediocrity from this jackass because there's history, there's time spent.
Decision, obviously.
So that right there is utter bullshit. Okay? I don't know why I'm covering the Cardinals. I didn't think I was going to be covering the Cardinals. But I want what's best for them. And this guy is not it.
A lot of things that go on behind the scenes. What was it ultimately that kind of came down to you saying, hey, we need to go in a different direction?
I think is what I said earlier is, you know, we were going in the wrong direction. It seemed like it came down to wins and losses. And
look at this guy's face. He looks like he's coming up. Sorry. He looks like he's out. He looks like he's somebody's messing with him. We'll go with that. YouTube censorship. Let's talk about this. Arizona Cardinals schedule or wins and losses for the last 3 years. Let's look at it. Oh, what do we have here? Who was the head coach for Arizona Cardinals in 2021? I think that was Wilkes, wasn't it? That was Cliff Kingsbury. Wow. Really? I didn't even think he was that good of a coach. When was Jonathan Gannon hired as the Cardinals head coach? 2023. So 2022, they just had a rough season. The Cliff Kingsbury had a rough season. I think he knew he was getting replaced. But then there's not. They're missing stats. All right, let's take a look. They went 3-14 this season, by the way. 2024, they went 8-9. 2023, they went 4-13. 2022, they had Cliff Kingsbury. They were 4-13. Mind you, for the last 3 years, Jonathan Gannon was hired at the same time as this GM. right? I think it was 2020. No, 2021. Still in the tough division. But yeah, they made it into the playoffs. Who they go up against? I think 21 was. Oh, this was the first year that there were 3 NFC West teams in the playoffs. So, all right. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. They had better records. And one from each team. So you had one from each. That was the last. Yeah, that was the last time, man. So they had one good run. 5-10. You want to talk about wins and losses, bro? You ain't got no freaking right. 3-13. We'll go back to 2015. 2015, they had a good run. I don't know who the head coach was, but 2016, 7-8. 2017, 8-8. 2019, 5-10. Yeah, they just never had. How about 2010? Let's go back to 2010. 5-11, brother. Whoever. This family needs to sell this team. Seriously.
We've won one game since week 2 of the NFL season, and it just felt like it had gotten too far, and it was just time to go in a different direction.
Why did you believe that was on coaching rather than roster construction when you look at who is on this roster right now?
I look at the roster, I think Monty's done a very good job. 3 years ago, this roster looked a lot different. Combination of draft and free agency. Injuries are obviously a factor, but when I look at just the totality of the circumstances, and I wanted 17 games over the 18 weeks to make that decision. Monty and I wanted to give the benefit of those coaches and those players to see a whole body of work for the whole season. And at the end of last night, when we had a chance to speak, and then again this morning, after sleeping on it, we decided this was the best direction to go.
You guys had 25 players on IR, more than 300 games missed with injuries, down 5 of your top 6 receivers, to your top 4 running backs, to your top 4 tight ends. Was this roster winnable towards the end of the season?
Well, listen, injuries are, we got hit very hard this year. We did. And, it's hard to overcome that volume. But there's also,
I don't think we're not asking the real questions, but it's okay. Let's talk about it, right? This falls on coaching, and I'll give him that, right? Because if you look at the Bears roster, they were plagued with injuries just as much as these guys were. The entire defense was on IR. So you got to look at the coach. You got to look at the staff, right? Trey McBride, top tight end, and if Monty brought him in, fine, I'll give you that one. I know he brought in Marvin Harrison. Marvin Harrison's a good receiver, very good receiver. Fine, give you that. But you brought in Kyler Murray. I can't give you that. I just can't.
The injuries are inevitable in the NFL season, and if you go back to the end of last year and into the beginning of this year, just things were not going. Just the totality of the entire direction of the football operation just wasn't going in the right direction, and so injuries certainly played a part of that. But we wanted to look at a big picture of.
Yeah, that's on the coach. I mean, go figure. But it's your job to get the players necessary to back up the coach, right? It's your job as a GM to go out and grab the people. I mean, if they're getting injured, you got to look at your fucking either the field. You got to look at what is happening. And if you're picking up players that are just getting injured all over the place, then you've got a problem. And that's on the GM.
Of where we were as a football team.
Monty, were you involved in this decision, and do you feel any guilt or culpability for the roster for the way the season went?
Absolutely. I feel we're all accountable for where we are, and that starts with me. And so I think we all have to look in the mirror and figure out where we have gone wrong, what we can do better, and how we proceed from here. And so, Michael and I spoke last night, like he said. We spoke again this morning and decided that this was the best course of action for us as a team.
What specifically do you feel like you have not done well enough in constructing this roster?
Well, I think every decision that's made is, I understand.
It's not the question. He's already deviating. I already know it's not the question.
What this job is, and every decision is going to be looked at, and you could have took this guy or you should have signed this guy, and that's reality. But
at the end of the day, though, your job is to study. Your job is to learn. Your job is to figure it the fuck out. And if you're not doing that, and by the way, it's going to be year 4 for him. Open your eyes. This is bullshit. Okay? Bullshit.
That's what 31 other teams go through as well. And so every decision that
31 other teams learn from their mistakes pretty fucking early on. I give credit to Ryan Poles for getting rid of Eberflus. At the time he did. He learned. He figured out. He said, fuck, I made a mistake. Went out, fixed that mistake. And got himself Ben Johnson.
we're going to do the best that we can with
Y'all kept Jonathan Gannon for 3 fucking years.
the information that we have, and every decision that we make is going to be in the best interest of the team, and that's going to be the same going forward.
Do you feel like you've constructed a roster that's good enough to win with?
I think that from what we've done here in 3 years, that we've certainly flipped what this roster looked like 3 years ago. I believe that we have
Does it win or not? Can it win or not?
a talented group of young players, players that have played a lot. There's no
Unbelievable. I'm not even going to indulge in that. That's got me fired up. I think as an owner and a GM, he has definitely failed. They have failed. And I honestly I don't agree with it. Don't agree with it. All right. Just in case I find somewhere better. There's a village. Yeah. I think most definitely. I think there's a lot that, I mean, it falls down to competence, which I don't think they have a lot of, because, I mean, my thing is, it should have been realized by fucking, by year 2 that Kyler was not it. And we still kept him, right? I quite literally, every time I rebuild the Cardinals a lot. I love the Cardinals. I don't know what it is. But I absolutely love the Cardinals. I really wish they would do good. I need this. Sorry, you lost your job. It's hurtful, man. It's hurtful that, and it goes to show that not everybody should be an owner of the NFL. Like, if it were me, I would have cleaned house. Because I have a first, so in my mind, I have a first round draft pick, okay? I have a first round draft pick, okay? So, what am I going to do? We already had 2 bad seasons, okay? Or 3 bad seasons. So, I'm getting rid of the GM. I'm getting rid of the coach. And, obviously I'm cleaning the entire house. I'm not fucking around. Then I would go. I would never... I would have to get the coach and the GM together. And what I'm... Let's see here. Because that's tough, right? So, I would go for my GM first. Right? I'd find one that can draft. I'd find one that can... that I would sign. So, let's see. Who would be a good GM? I'd probably go with... I don't know. Is it Howie Roseman? That's in the Eagles. Yeah, okay. So I'd pick up probably Howie Roseman's assistant GM, because he knows Howie has done amazing at drafting, and here's my thing. He has done amazing at drafting. I think by far he's the best GM in the NFL, besides John Schneider over in Seattle. But talent-wise, Howie's the man, no doubt. So I'd go get his assistant. He would get his input and the head coach decision, but he would not get the final say. That would be from me. And if we could agree on, let's say, like a Brian Flores or a or a or an offensive minded guy for any means, like who we got Joe Brady. I probably would have snagged Joe Brady before anyone else. Because you want to talk about an innovative mind, he has it. He definitely has it. Or I'd go get myself a defensive guy like Brian Flores or Ichiro Evero. Actually, I take that back. Probably not. Probably not Evero. Brian Flores, yes. Evero, I don't know. He's proven a lot, but he's also, I mean, he's got the whole shit with the Rams. They should have been more aggressive, and they should have won that. The Panthers should have won that game. But Brian Flores is a pretty damn good coach. And he would have to be my guy. And then I would pretty much watch the rebuild of my team happen. I have to give my head coach 3 years. I have to. If I see no progress by the middle of the second year, then we have to look at other options, right? We have to look at different coaches and different GMs. You know, I got to make it to where everybody's job is on the line. It doesn't matter who you are, what position you fill. Your job is on the line if this doesn't work, right? So it's basically, I'm going to force you to get it right, or you're not going to have a job. I mean, that's the way I see it. You know, because I'm after a winning culture. You know, it started, and I get it. It's going to take time to get the culture built, which is why it should take about at least a year and a half, right? You set the standard year one, aka the Bears. Year two, you start balling, right? At least. So year one is the culture. Year two is the playoffs, right? And mind you, the quarterback has a rookie quarterback has 5 years if you give 5 years. If not, he gets 4 years. Okay, he gets 4 years. Basically, to take, develop and do all that. And honestly, I would go get a veteran quarterback, obviously, to mentor him. I would pay for him to be mentored for absolutely. Like, I will go get the stuff for him. I'd probably have him sit a year. The second year, we'll throw him out. During the preseason of the first year, we'll give him some reps. See where he's at. Second season, he's going to be playing. They're going to share snaps, and he's going to start working his way into QB number one, and then third year is where is where everything should move, right? Where everything should be, you pretty much should just be run and gun at that point. If you have to do it earlier, like let's say the main guy the starting quarterback gets hurt, right? And you have to play your rookie he better come out balling, right? I mean, that's the point. We want him to develop, and now he's getting majority of the snaps, so now he should be he's already been under center a good couple times to get his feet wet. So it's like that would be my plan of attack, right? By year 4 and 5, while everything is moving, you should have Super Bowls out rocking and rolling. On top of that, you have the Howie Roseman's assistant GM, who's keeping up, like taking the draft and turning it into, you've got a fully built roster every year, right? I think they got lucky with Jalen taking a team-friendly deal, but even if he didn't, Howie has done a fantastic job at building the roster. I mean, every year they have if they have a good OC and a good DC, every year they can go to the Super Bowl, and they proved it. And they're going to have their off seasons, aka this one. But at the end of the day, the roster, oh my God, that roster is exactly what I dream of for a good team. I think Howie Roseman is by far my favorite GM out of and I hate saying it because, you never want to appreciate another team's what the other team has, but he's such a damn good. And I've given him props so many times. Yes, he's had a few issues, but outside of that, man, he's drafted a few issue players, but outside of that, I mean, he's just good. And I'm willing to take his assistant who's learned from him, which is what people are not doing. And if he wants to stay in Philly, that's great. I mean, that's fine. But when you're offered like the head GM spot, I would take it. I guess that would be the difference, right? Because me and him. About to go grab a drink real quick, and then we're going to be going into the mines. I think right now, Cardinals have something to do. They have the ability to do something amazing, but I'm frustrated that we're not cleaning house. It's like nothing wrong can come from a clean house. Instead, you're starting from scratch, and you're getting ready to build into something new, right? You've got probably one of the best tight ends in the NFL. You probably got one of the best receivers in the NFL. You've got I'll give him credit. He's drafted good. He's done good to an extent. I think the offensive line still needs a bunch of help. I still think I think that the defense still needs a lot of help. But I kid you not, he's done well with what he has. And now that they're going after a head coach. He's going to want to pick his guy. And if they don't give him that option, and I get it, this season might not be the best season of quarterbacks in the draft, but in fact, this is a weird time for head coaching changes, because they're all going to want their guy. And unfortunately, not everybody's going to get their chance. I don't even know who are all the QBs. Let's go Cardinals. Sure, we're only gonna do offense, QB. So the Cardinals will pick 3. They can draft. They can if they can't find a good QB. Let's take a look. I don't even know if this is realistic. If it's, we're just going to hide it for right now and take a look at it. So, let's see. Obviously, Raiders pick up for Fernando Mendoza. Very good QB. Yeah, I figured he'd fall. Because he's a dumbass. And this isn't all guaranteed, by the way, so. He's 6'2". That's better than 5'9". Carson Beck is on the list? I think so, yeah. Yeah, he's not on this list. Sellers. Is he backed out of the... He's... has been a revelation for Ole Miss Rebels at the leading Ferris State Bulldogs to a Division II QBs in the nation, an elite PFSN QB impact grade over 90 at around 6'1", 200 pounds. Chambliss is an average size at best with middling arm strength and elasticity, but he nonetheless proves more than competent as a prospect with his athleticism, hyper elite creative instincts, quick coverage discernment, and short and intermediate ranges. Chambliss as an answer. He's a reach, though. He's more of a second round pick. You know what? Let's go ahead and trade. There's a trade offer, right? Let's move back to 7 and see where we sit. Okay, let's see here. They have Trey Benson, who is a good running back and just needs a line. This is going off the fact that but you would want Jeremiah Love. I mean, he's a damn good player. Yeah, I'm gonna take him. He's here. I'm taking him. You can't, if you miss him, you're screwed. I mean, he's a damn good running back. So that's tough, man. What did they give me as a grade? 4 results. Dashboard. I think taking Jeremiah Love, anybody who doesn't take him in the first round is kind of ridiculous. I think he's definitely going to go. He's definitely going to go in the top 10. I think picking up Jeremiah, I mean, they got Trey Benson. They can go get Algier from the Falcons. I think he's coming up on contract anyways. Ain't QB's taken technically? Yeah, Ty Simpson. I'd probably go Chambliss. I'd probably go Chambliss. Second, I think he's a second round pick. No, they got him set as the third rounder. So, it's all right. Found a lot of football to talk about. Well, it helps when you look at more teams than just one. I just hope that they make the right decision. If they don't, it's going to be hateful for everybody. I think it's going to get to the point now where if they don't start picking the right person and start doing the job, like everybody talks about the Panthers. The Panthers went from like I don't know, man. It's hard. Like everybody talked about the Panthers being the worst in the league, but when you have the Cardinals, I mean, there's so much. Like I don't know why everybody said the Panthers was that bad. I guess because they were a newer franchise that. I mean, they went to the Super Bowl. I mean, everybody's gonna have their ups and downs. And unfortunately, they had theirs for 7 years, I think. Seriously. But I honestly think that, I think if I were the Cardinals fans right now, if they don't start getting back to the playoffs, I definitely think that there's going to be, and I don't know how big of a market. I don't know if they're that worried about it. I mean, cool, they made it to the playoffs, and that's what's kind of frustrating too. If your market it just says, is it an type of situation, then it's like nothing will ever change. And it's like Arizona, right now, y'all have probably like they already lost one sports team. They lost who they lose? The Coyotes, the Arizona Coyotes, because y'all failed to support them. And honestly, the Cardinals need. I think they need to move out of the out of Arizona. I don't want them. I didn't like them in Arizona in the first place. But if you're going to be a fan, you gotta understand this mediocrity is not going. It shouldn't cut it, and the fact that it is astonishing to me. I'm like 3 years with Jonathan Gannon. After 2, I would have probably cut him. You know, because it's like it's. I mean, that's patience, man. It really is. I couldn't have that patience. There's no way. You know, I want all my teams to win, and that's where I'm like. And no, I'm not playing with any mobs on, unfortunately. I'm just chilling and peaceful. Did I find diamonds? Oh, there's redstone. Nice. Gonna go grab a drink to wet the whistle. I am thirsty. I am thirsty. So I gotta know, man, what was the ordeal with Rivals? Like, what was not? I mean, besides me raging, and getting mad, which that was a whole collective. It wasn't just a game. It was like there was a whole collective that was making me mad. And unfortunately, Rivals just like sent me over the edge. Like, it wasn't even Rivals' fault. They just happened. I just happened to have been playing that game at the worst time imaginable. Cause yeah, it was a collective that sent me over the edge. I had played the game for like 3 days straight, and that in itself was not good. There's a dungeon next to me. By the way, there's that. Yeah, y'all really did not like Rivals too. And I figured it was gonna go over well in the chat. I mean, it went well. Absolutely, probably one of my better live streams, which is why I'm confused. I need to start saving my pickaxe for diamonds. Speaking of diamonds, I played Ark. I started my day playing Ark, and now I can't. Oh, and Aaron. My question is, do we want to see more of it? Because I would like to continue playing it. It's a fun game. I think there's, and I don't understand why I have such trouble, or why I have such trouble, but it's like, because it really is. It is a fun game. Oh, we need to talk about High Guard. How are we feeling about High Guard? Because I thought it was cool, but I mean, it's a new different type of shooter, and maybe it's just me, but like, and maybe I'm the only one giving it a shot. But it's like, how do I put this? It's not well loved. And, you know, I was watching like Flats the other day, or Flats earlier, and he was like, there's no life to the characters. And I'm like, well, they're also, and I get what he's saying about there not being life to the characters, but technically, the only life that, like, for example, Apex had was in its story. And this, it's not about the story. Like, there's no story to it. It's just, it's a raid shooter. And not necessarily a like Arc Raiders type of raid. It's not like an extraction shooter. It's you go in and you basically eliminate their another person's base before yours gets eliminated. I think there's just a lot of misunderstanding about the game, to be honest with you. You know, and unfortunately, I can't get anybody to give it a shot with me, and I'm like, well, and it's sad. And everybody's like, oh, this game's gonna die, but nobody's giving it a shot. And I think at this point, gaming is becoming, this is why I don't want to play fucking games anymore. It's becoming insufferable. Nobody will give a fucking game a shot. Even if it's free to play, nobody will give it a shot. And when they do, they piss on the game. Because they go in with a bad attitude, and they pretty much just shit on the game. And it's not fair. I mean, the game has a lot, there's a lot that needs to be done. And I think, and they're planning on, they're working on it. They're adding more features. They're adding more things, which is the goal. If the game can stay alive, you know. But I think GTA 5 kind of fucked the gaming industry. I think that game kind of fucked the industry. I think Fortnite kind of fucked it. You know, I feel like this industry has just, it's been fucked, and not in a, you know, not in a good way, man. You know, it's sad. It's like we're shitting on the game before it even comes out. We don't even know what the game is. I mean, I could literally ask people what the fuck they think the game is about, and they couldn't fucking tell me. Because they don't fucking know. And they're like, oh, but we know all. No, you fucking don't. And I'm sick of hearing it. You know, I'm sick of fucking dealing with it. It's like if you guys actually gave the fucking game a shot, I could understand. But as soon as you get into the game, you fucking shit on it. You have no fucking idea what, and I gotta come out fucking clean. I've done it, but then I had to stop doing it because it's like at that point, it's like Rivals. I thought it was going to be dog shit. I mean, the granted toxicity doesn't fucking help it, but it's a good game. But all you have to say to me is it's not in my genre of games I like to play, and I can understand you. But if you're gonna sit there and just shit on the game because it's not the game that you want to play, then you are insufferable. You're a toxic person, and it's a disaster. We've been spoiled. We've had so many great games that games today are not for, you know, honestly, I think we've missed the point. I think genuinely we've missed the plot of gaming. And I think that right there is what's actually killed the game, or killed the industry, is our dumbasses thinking that we know all, and that games should be built for us in the way we want them. If you want a game like that, fucking make it yourself. And see how it fucking goes. The thing is, man, what people don't understand is, you know, unfortunately, gaming wasn't supposed to be a forever thing for us. It was meant for kids. It was meant as an escape for kids and adults. And I can say this, you know, as someone that, you know, has been hoping for a good game for so long, you know, it's like it's not meant for us. Games are not meant for us anymore. We're adults, right? The cost makes it more adult. Like, it makes it like it's actually kind of fucking ridiculous. And I think all these companies need to go take their AI bubble and shove it up their ass, because AI is just insufferable. AI is a problem, right? I shouldn't have to spend $400 on a pack of fucking 2 sticks of RAM. It's ridiculous, dude. You know, there's no fun in that. Now consoles are going up in price because corporations are, you know, spending $80 million fucking dollars on AI, and we don't even know if it's fucking going to be worth it. So all they did was raise the prices. They raised the prices to save their own ass, and I'm like, at this point, let them fucking fail. Let them fail. Because when they fail, they're gonna have to do something to make us come back. But everybody's going to buy the next Nintendo. Everybody's going to buy the next Xbox. Everybody's going to buy the next PlayStation, because it's something that they grew up with. So they're going to continue feeding these companies that don't give a fuck about them, right? And it's sad. It's really sad. It's parasitic. And unfortunately, nobody's going to listen. So it is what it is. But I'll tell you right now, man, we keep sitting here like, bro, they're not, these games are dog shit. But in reality, these games aren't even meant for fucking us. They're meant for children. And yeah, the titles have grown up with us, but how many of them actually have worked out? It's like, it's insufferable. Everybody thinks it's all about them, man. It's like, oh, well, I made this person rage, so they had to switch characters to make me lose the game. It's like, for example, Overwatch. I get pissed off with Overwatch so much because it's like I think I can make the game great, honestly, with the ideas that I have. But at the end of the day, it's not. The game has flown me by because it's not about me. Right? It's about the kids that actually enjoy Overwatch. If the kids enjoy it and it's what it should be, then why would they change it? If let's say fucking, for example, Overwatch with the Vendetta character, that's basically a more PG version of Magic, right? It's more kid friendly. So it's like all those that want to play Magic but can't play Marvel Rivals because of for example, all the bathing suit skins showing off. It's a safer way for kids to play. And I can't stop that from being a thing. Rivals was more for an adult aesthetic because of all the Gunnar skins that we can afford. Overwatch, on the other hand, they're pretty much just a PG version of Rivals for kids to play. And honestly, I think because when the Overwatch group stated that they were moving away from characters from making characters like Winston and Hammond, I thought it was a mistake, because that's what made the game unique, and it still is. But they're not going to continue it because they kind of want to keep up with Rivals. And Rivals, they don't have a lot of animal characters. It's tough, man. But yeah, no, that's not. Gaming is not meant for us anymore. Gaming is meant for the children. And unfortunately, and this is this has happened in the TCG market too. It's fucked up. We try to make it all about us, and that's what's causing the downfall of gaming right now. Wholeheartedly. It went from being fun to being overly fucking, and I get it, man. This world is so fucking stupid. Our governments are so fucking stupid. Everything's so fucking stupid that we just want to escape from it all. And that was the original point of gaming. But it's been taken to the fucking extreme. It's like now people are making a living off of playing games where before you couldn't. Now you can. And it's like the fun has been drained from it. And then when you get people who depend on it, because it's a dependency, unfortunately. That's what led in the whole shit show at the 40K tournament with Rivals. one guy depended on the money, and two other dumbasses said, we don't give a fuck, because we make millions just doing what we're doing. It was the matter between people that do it because I'm trying not to. I'm getting hungry and I'm starting to lose my mind. I cannot get out of this fucking cave and it's driving me nuts. This is diamond. How did I miss that diamond? I know it was here. I think it's a joke, man. And I'm tired of it. You know, I don't want to play fucking games anymore. But I don't know what other content to create on the channel. If you guys got any ideas, please throw them in the description. Throw them in the comments. Let me know what you guys want to see. You know, I'll try to do my best to make that content. You know, I'm open to suggestions. And it's like, I'm begging and crying for an opportunity on this platform. And it's like, but I also have mouths to feed. I've got, you know, a home to provide for. And I can't just sit there and ignore them. I got a duty to provide. You know, I'm trying to get the money to where I can go fishing again. If we wanted fishing content. But, I mean, yeah, if you guys want to see different content, please, you know, shoot me a message. You know, tell me what you want to see. Maybe I can provide it. I'm open to suggestions, and I'm open to being more creative. That's nice. I like that. Okay. Let's see. Diamonds, copper. Let's go and get the copper going. One, two, three, so in the form of pants. I can make it now. Oof, that was loud. Whew. I gotta get something in my stomach, bro. Okay, I don't know what that's supposed to do. It's supposed to give me a rotom, I think, but I'm not sure. I think I need glass. What about a dex? Nice. Alright, I'm gonna go grab something real quick, and then we'll continue. Alright. Sorry it took me so long.
Neck, New York is an upscale community on the North Shore of Long Island, where competition among Italian restaurants is fierce.
I'm gonna try, and hopefully I'm not gonna get copyrighted for it, but I said it's a public tea show.
Trobiano's has been struggling to survive for the past 3 years. Owned by Anthony Trobiano and his girlfriend's parents, they are now just months away from losing everything.
My desire to own a restaurant basically started right after culinary school, working for other people. Look at that, huh? And then I said to myself, why am I busting my ass for everybody when I could be doing it for myself? Here, Joe, put a steak knife on there.
Anthony came to me one day and says, this place is available. You want to buy it? I don't know if it took balls or I was just plain stupid doing it.
They go right over me and ask him.
Having a business together, you know, you see too much, you're together too much, there's resentment because of it.
Appetizers, they
Be
go
back
out or
in
no?
1 minute.
Tiff?
I heard you. Me and Anthony have been together for 6 years. We used to never fight, ever. I thought he was like the best person in the world, and then we got here, I'm like, who am I going out with?
I want a whole new fucking slip. You should have 2.
When it comes down to running the business, it's really Anthony that runs it.
Hey, change the fucking ticket, bro. Come on. Fucking kid. It's my restaurant, my rules, and that should be the bottom line.
Yeah.
Fire 14.
At the beginning, Trobiano's took off. We didn't maintain the food coming out fast enough with quality, and from there our business decreased. There will be plenty of open tables, believe me. The early bird special was my idea.
Any place you like?
It's bringing in people to keep the boat afloat.
How we doing, folks? Everything all right? Forget about it. I feel like I'm in Florida. It's crazy.
I'm working, killing myself to pay bills. I don't want to live like this. I don't really want to live this way anymore.
It's depressing. I put my parents into this position. They were finally getting comfortable, and now they have no choice but to work, or they're going to lose everything.
Anthony, he's only my daughter's boyfriend. I put my faith, I put my home, my retirement, my wife's well-being, everything else on the line with this young man.
At the end of the day, you know, it is my name on the awning. To think that my name is going down as well as the restaurant, that would definitely be disappointing. You guys have to run more food, okay?
We are.
More.
The last 3 years have been rough. By this time in my life, I thought we would have been married, had kids already. If we don't get Chef Ramsay's help, there's no other options for us.
All right. Let's talk about I give him respect. All right. There's no respect here. All right. You're only a boyfriend. And, you know, I can say, you know, I can say that I'm not dragging families down, right? I always got to remember about this guy, this fucker, right? He put his girlfriend's family, not even fiance, he put his girlfriend's family in a shit situation. At least I have the dignity to know that I didn't do that.
Okay, here we are. Oh shit, it's for sale. No, that's an early bird dinner menu. $14.95. Fuck me, it's cheaper than a sub shop. Right, Trobiano's. Here we are. Hello.
Hi there.
How are you?
How are you?
Gordon, please. First name is?
Joe.
Joe, good to see you.
Very nice to meet you, Chef
Likewise,
Ramsay.
good to see
Pat,
you too. Pat, nice to see you.
Oh, I think we're going gonna wrap it up here in a little bit, here in just a few minutes. Because we got this stream. We are going to do a later stream, and I think the later one might be the later one might be Ark Survival Ascended. Who knows? It depends on how I'm feeling about. Here we go. How I'm feeling about, or how I'm feeling. I'm gonna get to that point. If I want to play a shooter game, I'm gonna play it and I'm gonna have fun doing it. That's all it's gonna be. That'll be the end of that statement. I need a piece of sand. I think honestly, you know, there's a difference between, I mean, you pretty much handed that dude your life, and it's like I don't care how much I hate working for other people, I'm going to do it to earn my own way. He was handed that restaurant, and you know it sucks. You know, I'm glad that Gordon got it turned around. That's not what I wanted. You got to love the world to be a friend. Start it again. Interesting. Alright, we're going to end it off here in just a minute because I need to go lay down. I have to go get my loving fiance here shortly. Oh, he's level 42. How to get a Rotom in Pokemon. You got to love the world to be a friend. Oh, I think I'm going to end it off here. Even my cat tends to agree. Alrighty, guys, that is going to be it for today's stream. I hope y'all do enjoy. Hopefully, y'all did enjoy. Hopefully, y'all understand a lot of what I was trying to, say there. Tonight we'll go over. We'll do a let's talk about High Guard and stuff like that, and give you my thoughts and opinions on it, and give you my thoughts on the whole situation with gaming, and the whole community as a whole. So yeah, hopefully y'all enjoyed, man. hopefully y'all stick around and subscribe for more information, more content. And let's pray that, I can decide on a football team, and I can decide on I'm just kidding. We'll talk about my football teams later. But as of right now, hopefully you guys did enjoy. Crush the like.